हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्यापि हितं मुखं तत्त्वं पूषणपावृणु सत्यधर्माय दृष्टये. I welcome everybody to the Swadhyaya Jnana Yajna program by Academy of Yoga and Oriental Study, Bhubaneswar. This is a lecture series on Gheranda Samhita by Dr. Indulata Das, Director, Academy of Yoga and Oriental Study, Bhubaneswar. This is lecture number 34 of Gheranda Samhita and lecture number 25 of the second chapter of Gheranda Samhita. Today we will discuss on Uttanamandukasana. What is the significance of the name Uttanamandukasana? The formation of the word is like this: Uttana plus Manduka plus Asana is Uttanamandukasana. So what is Uttana? What is Manduka? Asana means a posture. Uttana means stretched or extended or expanded. Manduka means a frog. So Uttanamandukasana is an asana which resembles a stretched frog or a frog stretching its body. This is the meaning of Uttanamandukasana. Now, what is the technique of Uttanamandukasana? How it is done? We find the description in the second chapter of Gheranda Samhita like this: Mandukasana madhyastham kurparabhyang dhrutam shiraha etad bhekavad uttanam etad uttana mandukam. That means, having assumed Mandukasana, first he has to assume Mandukasana. The practitioner should hold his head by his elbows or hold both his elbows behind his head. This is called Uttanamandukasana. Mandukasana madhyastham kurparabhyang dhrutam shiraha. Mandukasana madhyastham. Mandukasana madhyastham means remaining in Mandukasana. Mandukasana madhyastham means remaining in Mandukasana. Kurparabhyang, kurpara means elbow. Kurparabhyang means by both the elbows. Dhrutang siraha. Siraha means head. Dhrutang means held. So his head is held by both the elbows. So he has to remain in Mandukasana and he has to hold his head by both his kurpara or elbow. Etat bhekavat uttanam. Etat means this. Bhekavat. Bheka means frog. Bheka and Manduka, same meaning. Bhekavat means like a frog. Uttanam means stretched. Etat Uttanamandukam. So this is like a stretched frog, and this is called Uttanamandukasana. Etat Uttanamandukam. Etat Uttanamandukasana. So this is the meaning of the shloka. Now, according to this, how the technique, what should be the steps of Mandukasana? Number one, the practitioner has to assume Mandukasana. Then he has to fold both the arms behind his head in a way that the head rests on the elbows. So first he has to assume Mandukasana. Then he has to proceed further. Now, how to do Mandukasana? He has to sit on the ground. Then he has to fold his legs. Then he has to take both the feet to the back so that the toes touch each other. He has to keep his feet in such a way to the backside that the toes should touch each other. Then his knees, what about the knees? The knees should be kept to the front. So this is Mandukasana. Earlier also we have discussed about Mandukasana separately. So in this position he has to sit in Mandukasana. Then he has to take both his arms to the back and cross it so that the head rests on the elbows. So these are the steps of Uttanamandukasana. Now the shloka for Mandukasana in Gheranda Samhita we find like this: Pada talau prushtadese angushte dvecha sangsprushet janu jugmang puraskutya sadhayan Mandukasana. The same thing. Pada talu means both the feet. Prushtadese means in the back side. Angushte dve cha sansprusyat. Dve angushte sansprusyat. He has to touch both his toes. Janu jugmang, janu means knee. Janu jugma means both the knees. Puraskutya, puraha means to the front. Puraskutya means keeping to the front. Sadhayat mandukasana. Sadhayan mandukasana. Sadhayat means should do, and mandukasana means mandukasana. So he has to do mandukasana. He should do mandukasana like this. He has to take both his feet to the back so that the toes touch each other, and he has to keep the knees to the front, and like this he has to sit. This is called mandukasana. So he has to do first mandukasana, and then he has to hold, he has to cross both his arms behind the head so that the head rests on the elbows. So this is Mandukasana first. He has to sit in this posture. In Mandukasana, it is done by Sunil Kumar Devata. He has done as instructed in the sloka. He is sitting in Mandukasana. Then he is doing Uttanamandukasana. This is Uttanamandukasana. Yes, he is sitting in Mandukasana first. Then he has taken both his arms to the back and he has crossed both his arms in the back so that the head is resting between the elbows. So this is Mandukasana. Perfectly done by Sunil Kumar Devata. This is Uttana Mandukasana. Now benefits, what are the benefits of Uttana Mandukasana? No specific benefit of Uttana Mandukasana has been mentioned in Gheranda Samhita. It means the general benefits that the Hatha Yoga Pradipika assures. That means by doing any asana, the body is kept light, then body is kept steady, and body becomes disease-free. Kurjatadasanam starijam arogyam changalaghavam. This is the assurance of Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So by doing Uttana Mandukasana also, his body will become disease-free, steady, and also light. Like this, he will derive some benefits. There is no doubt about it. But no specific benefit has been mentioned here. And what about Hatha Yoga Pradipika? There is no Uttana Mandukasana in Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Thank you for listening to this lecture. If you have any question regarding Uttana Mandukasana, you may write it in the comment box. I shall be happy to answer your questions. Thank you. Thank you again.